Hello Overlanders and 4x4 enthusiasts, this is Odyssey Overland 4x4, and today we are going to be giving a comprehensive review as well as installation tips of the ORD Shackle Flip system. The Shackle Flip has long been regarded as the go-to solution for many vehicles that either have a short wheelbase or for those that are looking to add some additional flex and ride comfort when lifting their vehicles. It's got very solid gusset welds and very accurate bends in the sheet metal, which was exactly what was advertised, so good work to ORD there. Now before I continue, I just wanted to say I get a ton of questions on a regular basis on how I keep my frame and body rust free. I made a video on my method using the same products that the military uses to keep their rigs rust free and corrosion free. So I will also supply a link to their products in the description of this video, so be sure to check that out. You will not regret it. Personally, I use the RP342, which has proven to be a very tough and durable corrosion and rust preventative product. I will soon be making a video on the durability overall and showing a side-by-side comparison of other products. So, like I said, check out the link in the video below or check out the video that I made on how to apply those products. So anyways, in preparation for the installation of the Shackle Flip, you're going to have to remove your old spring hanger. There are 4 rivets that need to be removed, which should be quick work if you have an air chisel or an angle grinder. Personally, I used an angle grinder and used a drill to drill out the remaining rivet and punched the rest out with a punch and hammer. I did not drop the tank. I know a lot of folks will say you have to. I mean, I will say it's totally advisable, but you do not have to. You will have to bend your wrist around to install the bolts, which could get tedious fast. Also, if you have a tow hitch, you may find yourself needing to grind one of those washers back there to make it work. You'll know what I mean when you get to it. Definitely not undoable. You can see my tow hitch right there underneath. And it really does not interfere overall, as long as you are mindful of the fact that there's such a huge washer on the tow hitch. I did need to use a zero rate, which I would strongly suggest you do the same to keep the axle centered in the wheel well. That block right there is the zero rate, and all it does is relocate where the leaf pack pin and axle perch index. They give you a couple options. I use the one that moves the axle furthest back, which I believe to be 1.5 inches, which as you can see, allows the wheel to rest nicely right in the middle of the rear wheel well. Keep in mind, if you want to do a 4-inch lift, the hanger will drop the leaf pack in the rear about 8 inches. This is a matter of trigonometry. Simply put, the axle's in the middle of the pack, so it is only affected 4 inches rather than the full 8 inches. This will result in your pinion being pointed upwards about 8 degrees or so. So in my case, that put me right in line with my transfer case. Here's a shot of the pinion pointing straight up towards the transfer case. I actually got my drive shaft custom made to have a double cardan joint, which actually eliminated all vibrations and added a little more angle towards my drive shaft without binding up. The double cardan drive shaft is honestly the way to go when lifting a Blazer due to its short wheelbase. However, if you do have an NP205 or another transfer case that does not have a slip yoke, you may find it beneficial to have a flange style, which will give you even more drive shaft angle if you went to, say, high angle drive line or even Tom Wood's drive shafts. So typically one of the questions that gets asked a lot is, how does it do with towing? I've towed almost 4,000 pounds with this thing, and honestly the squat is minimal. An example of what I tow is that trailer over there, and I really never experienced any issues, vibrations. So I'm gonna say I do think that it is suitable for towing. However, I'm not gonna speak for those that are towing more than say 4,000 pounds. I have never had any experience with that, so I can't speak for those people. However, for my Blazer, with what my intent was, I am able to tow without really noticing any difference from factory setup. I would also like to add that on ORD's website, there is actually a section on their shackle flips and towing, and they claim that it doesn't make a difference. That's their words, not mine. If you want to share some anecdotal experience, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'm actually curious how your truck did when towing a lot of weight. The Flex is definitely much better off-road. Ride comfort was great. I was pleasantly surprised to see that my exhaust was not actually affected by the spring system, despite it being underneath of the exhaust pipe. I do have the 6.2 diesel, so I have dual exhaust tips, and I was able to leave them alone in their stock form. So the rear is actually the stock leaf pack, and the front has a 4-inch rough country lift kit. That's what allows it to stay level. Basically, I just ordered the lift kit with the block in the rear and did not use the block. It's as simple as that. So in summary, I'd highly recommend doing this method. You won't regret it, especially if you have a K5 Blazer. And for pickup trucks, the added ride comfort is awesome. I just wanted to say thank you for watching. I do have a Patreon, so please click the link in the description down below if you want to support my videos. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I was not sponsored by ORD. This is me sharing with you guys my opinion. Please click that subscribe button and that bell icon to be notified for future videos on this build.